In this case, I'm not even sure actually if they have time to get Roshan anymore because the
No, they
raiding
can
heroes are
easily kill
almost
the
up.
Roche. The Nate should easily go to the Roche right now and just take the agents and cheese.
Yeah, he's gonna need
But
the Aegis as well because he expended his buyback
yeah, I'm
during that
not sure
fight.
why he's staying inside the Death Prophet.
This team's motto is better safe than sorry, Kevin.
this this is gonna lose them the game if they keep playing like this. They have to take advantage of the lack of ravage, and then Volker just being down for another 60 seconds.
Yeah, there were a couple factors in their favor there. First, obviously, there's no Ravage. Second, no Invoker buyback. Third, the Gyro used the Flat Cannon, and this is one of those, intricacies and details of the game here. The Flat Cannon has a 30-second cooldown, and it only lasts, 15 seconds. So, if you evade the first few hits of the Flat Cannon, or if you just tank it, he's not going to have it back for another 30 seconds, and that's time for you to go in and deal some damage. He would have to come up close and compromise himself to try to kill you. So I think the Dire could have played a bit more around the situation there to try to get some more buildings out of their opponents. And objectives are important here, although even one lane of Rack can easily be overcome at this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're waiting for a 6-slot Naix or a 6-slot Centaur, but it's not gonna happen. They should just look to take down the Roche and take a Rex.
Yeah, I mean, this is another thing about a lot of these late game situations is your support heroes, your non-farming heroes, their items usually aren't going to progress anymore because they've got to save for buybacks at this point, not getting much income. There is one more slot left to fill on the Lifestealer. I mean, I'm going to presume that probably go MKB or something like that to deal with the Gyrocopter. Maybe a Satanic for more life and sustain. I'm always a fan of that item late game.
That's true. It could be a very timely item. Because once he come back with 100 HP and pop the Satanic and open wounds, he can be back in 4 HP in an instant. Yeah, one thing I want to mention for these for the public games, as long as soon I mean, also for these lower tier sort of games, is players have to estimate if they can push up high ground. Like Jack said, a lot of time they overestimate their ability and overextend it. But this is the case where HSM had a chance to just push up, but because of their lack of estimation, they don't know if they can take the team fight. They kind of missed like a great opportunity to take like maybe 1 or 2 racks.
Yeah, and this is also an issue that all new teams have to sort out, right? It could also be a communication issue. I mean, with a lot of teams, you have one captain or one person making the decisions. Some teams are a little bit more liberal, so you have to wonder who's making the calls and decisions on whether to push or not. And that's a communication thing that has to be overcome and done better. And Dire are rushing in here to take down this Roshan. He's not going to last very long, so let's see if Radiant responds.
This could be a mistake if... Oh, but they don't have the Tidehunter, and it seems like they're gonna take down the Roche before the Tidehunter arrives. But then Volker could be in trouble. Nope. Oh, this is gonna be disastrous for Dire.
Oh, that's a great Witch Doctor ult. It's full duration one with 2 Ravages.
And this could be game. Doesn't matter if the
he has a shield in his inventory, so he can't pick up the Aegis. Where did the shield come from?
No,
Someone gave it to him or did he misclick on it?
That's a huge mistake. He could be doing 105 here, but it's not gonna happen. This game is over. And they have the creep weight in their favor, so they're just gonna take down 2 racks, or maybe at the throne.
Kevin, I think they should be safe and push out top.
I say the next is just TP top and just, maybe take a Rex.
Lifestealer does not have buyback for 2 minutes.
And then so we have another just... GOW could have easily taken the Rex, but you have the Invoker TPing back, but they're still trying to take the mid-Rex.
And none of the big cooldowns are up and they don't have
Yeah, I mean, these buybacks are just a bluff. They can't take team fights. They don't have any of the cooldown, Witch Doctor. I mean, there's no exorcism, so they're safe from that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of back and forth in here. There is a very nice upheaval from the Warlock that's going to slow them down. They did lose a range Rex.
Yes. They should definitely push on the Rex. Maybe take the bottom one too. They have no worries. They still have 60 seconds on the Nace. No, I guess they decided to turn back.
Yeah, with 2 heroes still dead for HSM, God's War decided to turn back. It looks like they want that top 2-2. And I have to say, this Stout Shield, that's the real item of the game right there. I'd have to go back and check it out. I'm not sure how that happened. I don't know if a Radiant hero had the sudden wherewithal to stick that in his inventory. I don't think that's the case. I think there was a Stout Shield lying around, and I think in the frantic scramble to click on the Aegis after Roshan died, he must have accidentally picked it up. And while the Aegis, he probably wouldn't have survived the second time he came up. That could have made a pretty big difference.
It may have made a difference, the Aegis. He almost took down 2 of the heroes by himself, so...
Yeah, and that was another matter of communication there that actually ended up working out better for them, because I think if he had, so he continued fighting Roshan during the fight, but if he had walked over here to join his teammates, he might have been caught by the Ravage and the Witch Doctor ult, and he might have just died instantly. So, and that would have given an Aegis and a cheese to Radiant. So, in some sense, it might have actually been better that he wasn't in that fight. He didn't die immediately with his teammates, but it is a shame that he did not get a chance to pick up the Aegis or the cheese.
Yeah, and then now we have GOW making another comeback. HSM seems like they missed their timing and just being a little too timid a lot of times. And the game is looking like it might just finish with the next team fight if it goes GOW's way.
Yeah, there's a full Satanic now on the Gyrocopter. He's basically 6-slotted, although he can get it travels. And looks like I'm not going to get my wish, Kevin. There's no Rapier.
No, there won't be. There might be one on the next. Maybe he might just go like the only chance to win now is just Divine Rapier. Could happen. He's at 5.4k go.
What's the longest game that you've seen or played in, Kevin? This one's approaching the 80-minute mark.
Yeah, I played in like 100-minute games before, so and then things gets a little crazy. The maps start bugging out. You start seeing random like stream of light. So
random streams of light. Is that the map or you?
That was the map you started. I swear I wasn't taking drugs while I was playing. Well, could be a 5-man push here. So this all comes down to Warlock. Can he hold his ulti before the Witch Doctor drop his?
Yeah, it's gonna come down to as much as something like that. Just the simple counter, being able to drop his ult, and Invoker opens things up here. Just to shoot the things.
Yeah.
Here comes the Ravage. Here comes the Ravage.
Warlock
number
dropped
1.
Ravage
number 2. Warlock does still have his ult.
Oh, he got
canceled.
Oh, he doesn't have BKB. He got canceled by the Nyx. Nyx is doing
Also
some
breaking
work.
out here. Nyx is absolutely going to town.
But yeah,
He's gonna eventually
this is where the
fall.
butterfly pays off.
Heroes dying left and right. Buybacks going down. It's a little too much to keep track of right now. We're just gonna watch the rest of the action here.
Yep. And the Nyx bought back. Do they have a gem to see the Invoker? No. Yeah, it seems like a successful defense.
Well, I'm just gonna bring up this fight recap and leave it here. A ton of damage dealt by both teams. Some experience. Buybacks coming out for the Radiant. I would say they got a fairly clean initiation from the Tide, but it appears that the Warlock ulti canceled the Witch Doctor's ult there. So
No, so what happened is the Warlock ulti first, and then Witch Doctor very smartly dropped his ulti after Warlock ulti. But the Nyx just pretty much like went straight into the Witch Doctor, abyssal him, and then killed him. And whereas he can't get the full duration now. If the Witch Doctor has his full duration ulti, that game was over.
oh, I see. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. That was a very clutch play by the Lifestealer, and I wonder if it's something that the team probably discussed and they said, hey, who should I go for? And he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go stop that Witch Doctor ult, so he can't just kill all of us with it. So that was a fight-winning decision there, and if it was a in-game adjustment or if it was just a heads-up play by the Lifestealer, either way, it was a great move by HSM, and it pretty much just saved them from losing the game right there.
Yeah, as much as a good play by the Lifestealer is also like a misplay by the Witch Doctor. There was no point for him staying up on the high ground. He could have stayed in the low ground, dropped the wards, and just let the team fight play out. Yeah, he shouldn't be in the front line on all these team fights because his ultimate does a lot just from distance.
Yeah, and we could be looking at some heroes being dead for a long time here if this next fight happens soon. Gyrocopter's not going to have his buyback. 5 minutes, it's about the same for the Lifestealer. In fact, the timers are almost identical. So, fight could have a very concrete bearing on how the game turns.
Yeah. GOW should push high ground. They don't have any buyback on the dire side, so any hero they kill will be staying dead.
Yeah, although it is going to be important to them that the gyrocopter used his buyback. I'm kind of not sure why he did, because he didn't need to come back into that fight, but it's going to mean that if they lose him, that's their main source of sustained damage, so they have to be careful.
Well, in 15 seconds, there's gonna be double ravage again, so I'll just barrel down bottom.
Witch Doctor now, he's rich, man. He's got a bloodstone going with 7 charges
Yeah.
on it.
It's strange how he doesn't go Ghost Staff and he went all these other items. I feel like Nax is pretty much the only one that can kill him now.
That's a good point. The Ghost Scepter would be a nice counter to the Nakes and the stun, or even the Lincolns or something, right? Would be able to get rid of one direct damage spell. Again, he can't counter Warlock, but Warlock's dying really fast in these fights anyway.
Yep. And we have a small skirmish there.
Heads up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I shall honor
You know what, Kevin?
Yeah,
I will
that-
say that this game, we got a lot more than we expected. Bargain for. This has been a very exciting, intense back and forth game, and kind of wanted to just keep going on just to see how epic it can get.
I would like to see some Force Staff on the Witch Doctor so he can save his teammate. You know, a lot of these engagement, you have heroes with 100 HP just trying to get away but can't. And with that Force Staff, that you can make it happen.
Oh, look at it go.
Same goes for Invoker. He could save Invoker and the Gyrocopter.
Absolutely, and we have a refresher orb here. And yeah, Earthshaker too. And why
Yeah.
not? I mean, it's anybody who's a caster at this point. Probably would just want to get refreshers, right? I imagine Warlock wants one. That's probably wants one, though she has a huge
Oh.
stick now.
We have a
Ravage
double
number one,
Ravage.
number
We
2.
need the
There
Witch
is
Doctor.
Echo Slam number 1, Echo Slam number 2.
Oh, they're gonna kill DP before anything comes out. Nice Yule Scepter.
Nax is still,
The Nax is
Nax
still
going
working.
strong, so this might not go well. This might go well for HSM.
Oh, so it's not by not bursting down the Nace, they made a huge mistake because he just came back instantly. And now the re-engagement, this is definitely... So they did this while Witch Doctor's at bottom, which is a huge mistake they made. Witch Doctor definitely contributed to these team fights.
Look at it go.
That's a good point. I was wondering where the ult was, and then I was like, I didn't see it, and nobody canceled it. What happened?
Yeah,
And then I
that was
see
definitely
yellow.
game changing. It could have been, game would have been over.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure what GOW was thinking there.
Witch Doctor doesn't exert a whole lot of pressure himself as a split pusher, so
Yeah, that was the point.
they didn't get
If it
much
was
out of
Nature's
that.
Prophet, he might have taken down the Rags, but yeah.
So the Gyro is dead for another minute and a half. There's no buyback on him. The Tide, let's see, the Tide does not have buyback for about 2 minutes, which is basically his respawn
But again,
time.
you have HSM just not pushing out Rags. They have a minute and a half window, and they're kind of just letting them farm again.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time down here, and they could go bottom where the creeps aren't as strong. But it looks like are they headed for Roshan here? Is that the play?
Nah. It seems like your dream might come true. The Gyrocopter just might offer a Divine, seeing how long this game might just keep going. Oh, Mo, the Invoker just made a huge mistake again.
Yeah, I think he's pressing a little bit. It's getting late. The game's been going for a while. He's
Witch
got
Doctor uses...
Evan's Halberd and
Oh man, the Witch Doctor might just go down next. The Blink's coming up.
It's about to
Oh, why does he blink? He should have waited for the stomp.
Heads up.
oh, a nice cask there by the Witch Doctor. There is a rage. Is there a bash too?
okay.
Not yet. This guy's getting lucky. Oh, there's a
Oh, he's
suicide
denied
for the
himself.
Witch Doctor.
Yep, they should push down mid now. There's another 1 minute window, but the next decided to farm again. This is kind of concerning to me because the Gyrocopter's just gonna come back, you know.
Well, the
with
Nax
no any
is 6-slotted, and he does have money for buyback, so I do wonder what he thinks he's farming for here.
Maybe they're waiting for a 6-slot Warlock along with 6-slot Centaur and a 6-slot DP. Well, actually, the DP is 6-slotted too, so there's really no reason for him to farm more.
Yeah, and he's got a fresh BKB too, or he just didn't use in the last few fights. It's on 10 seconds.
Yeah, and that's another thing that teams should know is that Now that the Snakes has really nothing more to offer to the team by farming, he should let the Wraith King take all the farm.
Yeah, that's another good point. That's like that situation we saw, you know, this is a different situation, but instead of letting your teammates farm the crucial items, just let them farm because you don't need gold anymore.
Yeah, he literally doesn't need any more because he has buyback, and then he's 6 slotted, so any more gold just be a waste.
I do think, though, that he could replace his Armlet and Mordigine with something else, and I think that's what he might be doing. I think he could go something like Hard or Satanic, or even more damage here and just get like a Daedalus or something. I mean, he'd be hitting pretty hard.
He could burst down the gyro, you're right. Or it could be a Divine. Maybe he'll sell the Armlet and get a Divine.
Divine Dream, Kevin. The Divine Dream is still alive. He's going for it.
Oh, he's going. He's at his Golden Secret Shop. No, it's not happening. He's just farming away.
I would have at least liked to see the Dire grab a Roshan there in that downtime, or something, but it was not to be. It was right back to the farm, I guess.
Yeah. Again, you see the lack of experience. Maybe they're not sure if they have a lead. Because they got a little bit scared because they tried to high ground once and they just got team wiped. So I believe that's probably in the back of their head that if they get team wiped again, they're probably gonna lose because they're already down 1 Rax. That could be why they're pushing, pulling off the push. I don't know.
That's true. They could be making the safe decision to play not to lose, although they should. At this point in the game, I think one of the most important things to keep track of, if not the most important, is who has buyback and who doesn't. Because the heroes are just out of the field for so long if they don't have buyback. It makes such a difference if they do, that you kind of have to keep track of these things and say, hey, these guys are dead and they can't come back. We've got to use this window to get something done.
Yeah. But what they don't realize is that the longer they push this game forward, the next is gonna get counter. You have Invoker with Sheepstick and Heaven's Halberd, so once the rage wears off, the next won't be attacking anyone anytime soon.
Yeah, and in terms of control for the Nakes, I mean, I think they have had options to deal with him for a while. I mean, some of these items have existed for a bit. He's just been really careful about his positioning and about when he uses his rage. But again, I mean, one slip up, and the game could instantly end.
Yep. So here we just have another downtime. I'm not sure why neither of the team are taking Roche, but Roche is pretty well covered by both teams. They all have vision over the Roche pit. The next engagement could very well come out of the Roche pit.
Kevin, do you think they're doing it on purpose? They're just trying to set some records?
I'm not sure. Looking at HSM, they might be doing it on purpose because they have so many opportunities. Oh, look at the item progression. The Ebola lore hasn't done anything. He's been having the same item for pretty much the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's kind of been on wards for them. It looks like he's going for his Assault Caress, but of course I want to save for his buyback, and he's in the neighborhood of having enough money to do that.
Well, maybe they're looking to push. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Witch Doctor should definitely stay with the team. I'm not sure the split pushing Witch Doctor is a good idea. After that engagement on top.
Well, do you think that was the plan, or do you think, in the post-fight chat,
they were thinking, but
some people are like, what were you doing, man? Where were you? Why'd you leave us?
Oh, look at it go!
I mean, if anything, get book 3 and they can just wither down the towers.
Well, they could do that. They could go back to the slow siege route, but at this point, I mean, book 3, it might take a while to
yeah,
farm
well, that's what they're doing. The Force Spirit. Oh, the next. The Centaur needs to just jump in on the ES. The game might be over. They can just take down Invoker instantly.
Yeah, the ES was very far out there, and
definitely
he has
hesitate.
a BKB, so it would have been possible for him to just go in there and grab that kill with the Life Stealer, and that could make a pretty big difference at this point. Both teams again gathering up here around the top tower.
Oh,
And Centaur's blink was
Centaur might
actually
go in.
cancelled by the Mjolnir puck, but
Oh,
sorry, he
the
did
Centaur
not
def-
use his
is right
BKB.
there.
Neither
He's
did
coming
Naix.
to Naix,
That
too.
means he's gonna get hit by
The
both
Centaur
Ravages.
definitely screwed the Naix there. Big time. But they both have buyback, so this might be a re-engagement.
They'll definitely have to come back in. This is gonna be the game deciding fight. Witch Doctor
The game
got
might be
off
over
his-
before they even come back. Oh, the Naix is going straight on the gyrocopter. But he's not raging, so he's getting... Oh, but he
No
might just
Ravages,
take
he's
out
gonna
all of the
get his
heroes.
man there. Centaur gets off the stomp. Ravages goes down here too.
Yeah, now they're gonna chase down all the heroes.
Do have blink up on Centaur momentarily. Do they have detection though? There's the dust
They do.
from the Warlock. They're gonna find the Witch Doctor here.
Oh, and the deny again.
I think Invoker
So-
likes the disengage to go bottom.
They
try to
should
put
just
some
put
pressure.
down mid and just maybe end the game. Look to end the game. I mean, Gyrocopter have buyback and Tai has buyback, so they're probably not gonna get the throne. But either
Gotta at
way,
least force out
they
those
should
buybacks,
take
right?
the racks out of this. Yep. If they don't, I give up. This game's never ending.
You might give up, Kevin, but they never will. 92 minutes and still going strong. And they're just content to let this Invoker taunt him up here a little bit.
Yeah, this Invoker just having their freedom to just roam around the map. Kind of hard to punish him.
Illusion.
Well, no push coming out here from HSM. It looks like they're kind of, well, Death Prophet's moving mid, but with the
Yeah, if
creep
they
disadvantage,
hesitate
he's not going to be
if they
able to get
hesitate
that
to
far.
push like this, eventually all their towers gonna wither away. I mean, the top and bottom T3 are both very low. So even when God of War got team wiped like that, they still haven't got their racks threatened.
Yeah, and they have to be careful here. I mean, there's only two of them. They're deep in enemy territory. Now would actually be the time for them to retreat, not knowing what lies
Naix is
behind.
retreating, but
Here's a
this
spin on the Death
might be
Prophet,
dead.
and I think
gonna
she
get
might
hexed
pay
up.
the price here.
Where's
Gyro
the hex?
just came back to life.
Where's the hex? There you go.
He is tanky though. All that tank is paying off. But
Death Prophet's definitely dead.
Wait for it.
Maybe he can
spins himself
BKB.
through the Maledict. There's a BKB.
Then he failed to run after the BKB.
A heroic series of plays from the Death Prophet, but in the end it was too much. And she has buyback, yes, and she has her ultimate, so... Yep, we're still in business.
So if we see the Radiant team just push and stop waiting for the Naix for his buyback to come back again, they'll win because they burst down the Naix once. They can do it again.
And that last fight top went particularly disastrously for them, the KB after he blinked in. So he got ravaged, and then the Naix popped out, and he got ravaged too by the second one, and then that allowed him to instantly bring him down. So
they should definitely go top now, just because the Naix doesn't have buyback, and there's no point for them to keep waiting.
yeah, at this point, when you have an advantage in a buyback, you could actually just kind of throw bodies at them and trade the fight, as long as you don't trade too poorly and just get cleanly wiped. If you manage to bring down the Lifestealer, then he's not going to be able to come back, but you can still buy back on your Gyro to finish off the Raxus. So I think this is a position for Gods of War to be aggressive here. They can really put on the pressure and say, hey, we have buybacks, you don't, so if we die, that's fine.
Yeah, but it seems like Gyro is doing the split pushing, so they're doing this Withering Tower again, which I don't think is a good idea because in 3 minutes the Naix is gonna, the Lifestealer is gonna have his buyback again. So they should just go now, take the tower, take the racks,
Dyer's bottom tower
It does look like
has
it's going to be
fallen.
Path to Daedalus here for the Lifestealer. His armor has been replaced with the
Dyer's
crystals.
top tower has
Yep,
fallen.
they should definitely take the racks now.
Oh, there's a bash on the first hit. There's the Abyssal. Is the Gyro going to get a chance to respond? Nope, free Gyrocopter,
Well, take
and the
top
split
racks.
push strategy works out disastrously again for Gods of War.
We have a buyback, so they gotta look to use this engagement. Oh, and the
Gyro
TP got
is very
cancelled,
tough. There's no defeating. There's the second
but it doesn't matter. Game's over. The Naix is not gonna
It's
survive
going to
this.
go down. He doesn't have...
And the Warlock misses. The timing on the Warlock ulti was really just late that game.
Yeah, he was kind of their last hope in that fight. He needed to be able
Yeah,
to somehow
the
disrupt
game's
the
over.
series of ravages and chains. And I think we're finally going to have this 96-minute classic come to an end here.
Dyer's top barracks have fallen.
Yeah, HSM definitely missed all their timings. They could have easily taken 2 sets of racks. but the hesitation and just playing way too conservative kind of cost them the game.
Yeah, or at least they could have forced out buybacks in a lot of those situations, which would slow down the item progression or put GOW on their heels a little bit, made them think twice. And there's a GG coming out from Vanessa Van Cleavage. A valiant effort from her. I think she had, there were 25 kills. And,
Victory!
Yep, that's the game. Oh, and there's a pause. Nope, no it's not. It's just a victory pause. Yeah, it's good to be here.
really exciting stuff. And so with that, that's the second game between these two teams. I will be back probably tomorrow, if not definitely